Hi, my name is Salman Ahmed, and we are going to present our project on city vertical farming, demonstrating the use of technology and life hack, especially for agriculture field. So, if you see, these are the objects where we will be discussing our problem, solution, benefits, business development, or business model, underlying magics, GTM marketing, funding, and financial current and projection. So, if you see that what are the problems we are facing in the city regarding the agriculture, vegetables, and everything. So let's start from the points that the shortage of vegetables. Every year, like 6 months, in every city, it's the big headline of the news that vegetables are not enough. Our farmers are not yielding that much percentage of vegetables, or they're getting loss. So second point is like less fresh vegetable in the cities. The vegetables that are coming, these are not fresh. And third is very important point, that is uncontrolled weather or raining monsoon. This is the big factor behind that farmers are getting loss and loss, and they are not able to generate more production of vegetables, fruit, and wheat, rice. And these all things take us to the fourth point, like costly vegetables. When the products are less, so the cost will raise automatically. And in the cities, we are facing, because there is no greenery, no land available, so it causes less fresh air pollution is increasing, and less land for farming. There is no land that we can do farming easily. And unemployment of farmers cannot survive in the city. This is a big challenge for the government. And unemployment, then people separating from farming, that big loss can make you separate from everything. And same is happening with the farmers, that they are separating from the farming because they are not getting profit. They are facing every year loss. And fruits are also not reliable. Fruits also, they are putting drugs and using different medicines to grow the fruits and vegetable. 11th point is like students and young generation are separating from farming. This is the big thing. Means even from, if we see the villages, towns where the farmers based, means they are also separating, and their children, they are also escaping. Means they don't want to do the farming thing because they are not getting profit. And once they get educated, they don't really want to do farming because it's really hard working. And then also they are not aware of government schemes. And they don't see any profit because that of uncontrolled weather, no cost effective, and facing so much problems. Then less farmers are aware of government law of agriculture. Every year big loss in farming made farmer away from the farming and mostly leave the farming. Then new generations from cities, and now we are coming to city. New generations who are just born, and our children, or we don't want to do farming. We are very much separated. We don't know what is farming, how to do farming, how to grow a plant. It's a big problem and thing that we have to face and work. Then new generations from cities and villages don't want to be a farmer, and or to live a farmer life. So what can be the solution for these problems? Data that we collected from the articles, news, we can see on the screen that vegetable price every year increasing just because of monsoon, just because of harsh weather or rising temperature. These all cause big changes in the cost of vegetables and fruits, wheats. And same, how to tackle this problem, because now even from the villages, most of the villagers are working in the cities as a mazdoor, daily rent, daily wages, on daily wages. So let's talk about the solution that we are going to do, and it will help in like each and every sectors of city. So our project is on city vertical farming. If you see the sidebar, the theory behind this or our solution is, every year due to sudden change in weather, 5% to 40% loss or less production of vegetable or agriculture product can cause so much problem. It will increase the price. It will create a chaos between the peoples. And so what we are doing, that hence if we somehow start producing 30 to 40% vegetables and fruits in the city itself, so definitely it will decrease the price of all the vegetable and fruits and wheat, rice. And also it will be very cost effective because now it is generating in the city itself, so it will be very fresh. It will help the city to develop. So if you see our projects will solve, so it will solve the shortage of vegetables. It will decrease the hiking price of the vegetable, and more fresh vegetable and fruits, rice will be available in the city itself, and people will not get doctorate drugged or drugged vegetables because it will be produced in our own farming. Then when we in the cities we will be having farms and yielding agriculture, so it will also give us fresh air. It will decrease the pollution and increase the and provide more jobs to poor people and farmers in the cities, give city farming and raw material. Its raw material can be used as biofuel as well. Now, and this is some important point, that student relation with farming will increase. Our city vertical farming CVF will develop a relation between the student and farming. It will be student oriented. It will generate employment, give fresh air. It will be easy to apply and handle. It will be handled very easily, create healthy environment in the city itself, and model allow us to provide controlled light and temperature for farming. So big factor of farming, weather, monsoon, raining, this will not be a problem when we will be having city vertical farming. So what will the benefits for government? If you see that it is one time investment for the government, and that will last for long, like 50-100 years, maybe more, and government will no longer face any anger of problem that becomes every year. 4 to 6 month news headline come for hiking price and shortage of vegetables and more other materials. So government will not face anything once it will be there in the city. Benefits for citizen: fresh products will be sold in the market and reasonable rate will be there. Will generate more than enough products, so that will help poor families as well. Will generate fresh air, less pollution will be there, and much more will be happening. Benefits for poor and farmers: will give jobs, employment to them. They can earn money as a salary as well when we'll be having them for farming, and vegetables definitely they will be getting from the farmer, so they don't need to waste money for that one. And then farmer will face no loss because it will be government oriented program, so they don't have to put their money in this thing. Students benefit. How we are applying student in this thing? So we are planning to have our farming in the schools, open areas. So how it will be happening, we will be discussing later. So how it will be benefit for the student? It will benefit for students, such as student will get chance to reconnect and rebond with the farming and yielding. They will learn to care about environment, and it will be a part of vocational education as well. New generation will no longer separated or unknown about the farming. They will be know with this. Will learn the pain of farmers and values of farmer as well. Then benefits of a school, as we will be having it in the school. Small schools will empty covered big ground for their school. We are planning to have our city vertical farming in this school. Mostly school have like 500 square meter to 1000 to 2000 open area, where student cannot play cricket or football, but they play in that ground with different things. So what we will be doing, we will be leaving the ground floor for the school purpose, and from the first floor that will be on the height of like 20 to 25 feet, or maybe more, little more, for the first floor. And after that, first, second, third and fourth floor will be having our city vertical farming, and the ground floor will be very empty for student play. Now how it will be helpful for a school? They can use it as a auditorium. A school will get benefits for this. Now students of the school, the children, they don't have to face extra weather problems, such as raining. Because of raining, sometimes they don't play because of very hot weather, sun. Student get ill, so now they don't have to face the directly the sunlight. And winter as well, in the winter they don't have to come directly down of the sky, so it will be very helpful for the school. Now some of the benefits of the school, such as we will be having solar panel on our city vertical farming, so the extra electricity will be used by the school itself, so now they don't have to use extra electricity from the government. And this can be applied in private and government school. Also we will be having this in private school, so government can fix a small amount of rent, like 20-30,000 per month, and they can earn monthly with this farming. And the government school, it will be like free because it's a government owned building. So Now other benefits such as weatherproof. Our vertical farming will be weatherproof. It will face no problem due to raining, hot weather or something, or very chilled, because in the vertical farming we can actually customize the weather, because we can provide them certain light, a certain amount of light, certain amount of water, so it will save water as well, it will save energy as well. Then year round crop production will be there, no running out of land. Now we don't need so much big space for this vertical farming. If we get only 1000 square meter land, so if we will be having 5 to 10 floor on this 1000 square meter land, so it will be like 10 or maybe more than 10 square meter land, so 10,000 square meter land. So less land will be more effective, and it will be very much organized, and farmers don't have to panic because of weather. Environment friendly, it will provide a good environment to the cities, it will increase yielding, and water conservation will be there, and school benefits are also there, you can see in our model. Now business model. So the city vertical farming land will be required very less, as we talked, 5 to 10 times more product will be generated from the simple and single land area. Government don't need to buy extra land, government don't need to ask people to empty their space, and they will make farming, because it will be having it in the opening areas of a school, or over the top of the schools we can have this building. And fresh vegetable will be there, so it will be easy to sell, it will be frequently available, no need to delay, it will use less fuel. Even for the supply we don't need so much fuel for the transporters, so it will be fuel effective as well. And underlying magic, so you can read, as I have already explained about that how it will be effective for the school. So we'll be using technologies, means for farming we can actually use detectors, we can use camera, we can use multiple things that will make it full of technology, and will be having supply of sunlight system, so that solar system, so that we can generate a certain amount of electricity to for the process going on in the city vertical farming. So once it will be applied, we can use all the technologies to grow good and best vegetables in the market, and it will be very helpful for the private institution, because if they allow government to have this city vertical farming in their open areas, so they will be earning rent from there, they will be having electricity, free electricity from this farming, and government schools will be having direct access, so the government don't have to pay extra amount to them, but yes, it will provide electricity supply. And for the private and government institution, it will be very much helpful for the student. The student can directly visit to the city vertical farming, they can see, they can learn how to do farming, how to grow a plant of vegetable or potato, and how to grow a wheat, how the life cycle of wheat is going on. So they will be knowing everything. Now they will be reconnecting, even especially the city students and generations, there's never come in touch with the farming. Now they will be knowing how to do, they will learn more about it, and easily they don't have to go so much far away from the city, it will be available with them. So it will be very helpful for the student. Young generation will be knowing more about the vegetables and farming, and this will be our GTM, how we will be going to market. So it's very easy in the case of when we talk about the vegetable and other food products. Funding, so for funding we will be needing, like for startup we will be needing like 10 to 20 crores to build around 5 to 10 city vertical farms, in which we will be growing very much products in itself. And yes, we don't have any source of fund for this one, it will be a government oriented program. We are just giving this idea. If the government allow us to go through it and work on this project, then we can assure the government that in the coming 5 to 10 years, if government allow us to build like 20 to 30, only 20 to 30 city vertical farmings, it will be generating like 10 to 20 or 30% of vegetable, wheat, rice and fruits amount, so that there will be no shortage of any food product in the city itself, and it will be very helpful for the citizen, for the farmer, for the poor, and for the students, especially our new and next generation. Thank you, hope you like our